Hey peeps, I had a deck come in that I am very excited to unbox today. So we're gonna do that together now. I was on Instagram a few weeks ago now, and I was checking out Rose Bay Tarot's Instagram, and she had some imagery with this deck posted. So I will put Rose Bay Tarot's Instagram page in the description box down below, as well as the website where I found this deck available for purchase. So the deck that we are unboxing today is Mio M's Tarot. And I'm sorry, I just trimmed my sage stick, so there's little sage pieces everywhere. I believe the website that I purchased it was through the Van Zos Gallery in New York, but I will have the link of where I purchased this down below. Here's the backing. And this deck is very large. Like, look at, what do I have here? Here is Rider-Waite Smith deck to compare the size. Yeah. So a few things that I want to say before we unbox this is that I did have to wait some time for the deck to be printed, and then shipped out to me. It did ship very quickly once the deck had been printed, but it took about 2 weeks for that to happen. So if you love this deck in the unboxing and you want to purchase this, I just want to give you full disclosure that you are going to have to wait for this beauty, but I have a feeling it's going to be worth it. So here is the box, and it's very much like a make playing cards type of box. So I would say you might want to be gentle with that and not drop the little white book. So the little white book is not in English. So that will not help you if you are new to tarot. I cannot remember if there was a separate guidebook available for purchase, but I intend to work with this relatively intuitively. So I'm not too worried about needing that. Oh. Okay, here is the backing. It's like this kind of rusty orange tone. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Okay, let's take the plastic off. Now, I also want to say this is an independently produced deck, and it was an investment deck. I think with shipping, I paid $127. So I just want to be upfront as well. It is an investment deck, but I would rather have one investment deck than 4 cheaper decks that I don't end up using. So this is the additional card. It's very much like a make playing cards linen cardstock for sure. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so let me just show you that backing again now without the plastic on it. Do you see that gorgeous like rusty orange tone with the black and the gray? That's beautiful. This is a very large deck, so I just want to like reiterate for you, here's the difference. I do have large hands, so it's not a problem for me, but I just want to be upfront with everyone that that's a larger size. Okay, so here we go. We have the Fool. I'm excited to work with this. And it has this kind of like faded, almost like monochromatic tone to it. Here is the, oh my God, it's so beautiful. This was worth it. Oh, I knew when I saw the images online, I was like, I think I have to have this deck. It's also really beautiful for this time of year. At least here in New England, we're moving out of that bright early autumn experience to the kind of faded yellows, dried greens and grays that become the end of autumn and November autumn, which is a very different feel than beginning of October autumn. Here, this is the image that led me to purchase the deck, which is also on the cover of the box. It's the Emperor. And so this deck, I think, is going to work really well for this feel. Ooh, the Lovers becomes the Lover. Ties that bind, huh? Here's the Chariot. Oh, look at the Strength card. Yeah, I'm very excited to work with this. And I want to work with it intuitively. I don't need a guidebook. I am unsure if there is a guidebook available for purchase, but For me, I want to work with this, oh my God, and totally intuitively. Look at that. Yeah, this is really beautiful. I love the kind of simplicity as well, with there isn't too much happening in the images. So what you do see is very striking, much like the Hayworth Tarot, which is still one of those decks that just to this day, like that deck just blows my mind. So, ooh, look at the Temperance card. So here's the Devil. I have a feeling this is going to be a similar deck, kind of confronting and honest, but also stark and bleak in its power. And also in its perhaps lack of bias. That's great. Here's the Sun. Oh, look at the Judgment card. This is very special. It definitely is a hefty deck. So I will say, oh, the Ace of Cups is beautiful. I will say if you have very small hands, it may be a little bit tricky to work with this one. It's not bothering me at all, but I can feel the weight of it in my hands. It's just I'm holding it differently than I would a typical deck. Ooh, look at Three of Cups. Isn't that interesting? And it's just something to be aware of, that you are going to hold it and work with it differently, but I actually like the different shape. I think it invites, it feels more almost cinematic, like I'm watching a movie screen, but I can interact with the movie screen, if that makes sense. I like that Seven of Cups. And gosh, I love the very restrictive color palette. Oh, wait, do you see the 9? Yeah, I'm so far very happy with my purchase. This was worth waiting for. This was worth it. I got a little bit nervous when they were like, it's going to take at least 2 weeks for the deck to be produced, and then we'll ship it out to you. Look at this Knight. But I was like, you know what? I already made the investment, and they were very upfront. So if you do purchase, they're going to reach out and communicate with you. But they were very upfront, and it was absolutely worth it. I'm sorry, but I'm just pausing for a second because we just had the Cups and now we have the Hearts. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, so we have Wands and we have Swords. So the Hearts must be the Pentacles. Oh, I'm going to be clearing this deck today. Yeah, okay, so Three of Pentacles there. I cannot wait to work with this. Interesting that she chose the Heart as the representative for the earth element. Oh, look at this. The 5 of Hearts, and there's the 5 hearts right there. 6 of Hearts. Oh. 7. Here's the 8 with its sacred tools. We have the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Hearts here. I don't mind it. Oh, I like the 10. See, again, the limited color palette is just delicious. Page of Hearts. Ooh, the Knight of Hearts, the Knight of Pentacles is just the shield. Queen of Hearts. And then we have the King. Oh, Ace of Swords. The 2 of Swords. Oh. I like the 3 a lot. There's the 3. It's one of my, this and the 9 of Pentacles or the 9 of Hearts in this deck are 2 images that really define if I like a deck or not. Oh, the 4 of Swords is good. 5 of Swords. I can see this being a really good deck for reflection, self-reflection particularly, and a deck to work with when your mind feels really anxious or you need like that stillness and the kind of grounding energy that images that are not overly colorful or filled with imagery can provide. You know, there's a real sense of being in a liminal space as you're looking at this deck and being able to slow down and pay attention. Much like the Vinder deck, you know, talked about the Vinder tarot and how I have that really powerful experience with that deck of just stillness and calm. And I have a feeling this is going to be very similar. Here's the 10. And then we have the Page. That's awesome. The Knight of Swords. That's great. I love that. Here we have, wow, the Queen of Swords. King of Swords. It's real. It's real, man. It's a little, I want to use the word cutthroat in a way in how it feels very precise. Maybe that's the word I want to use. It feels very precise. Ace of Wands. 2 of Wands. Here's the 3. Interesting that antlers were chosen, bones were chosen for the wands. The 4 with the fingers in the pie. The 5. And then here we have the 6. The 7. So the suit of wands is much more pip-like in its nature. It's interesting. A little bit of a disconnect for me with this suit. But this is definitely a deck for reflection. I think that preciseness would be really great for realizations, for meditating, for journaling, and really like looking at what you've got in that spread and then journaling and writing off of it. Page of Wands. Oh, I like this Knight. Yeah, I'm kind of in love with this deck. Look at the Queen. And then we have the King. Wow. I'm very, very happy with this purchase. You know, and in its own way, it kind of does have a little bit of a forest vibe with it. This is a really beautiful deck. It's very different. It's very unique. Like I said, it feels very almost air quality to me in its elemental nature. And I think it's one that will require you to invest time and energy in order to really get to know its voice. And yet I can already feel the very specific space I think it's going to occupy in my collection. So this is an indie deck. It's an investment deck for sure. If you want more information, I do have the description in the description box, the link down below. But I am very, very excited to work with this and to allow an aspect of my creativity to flow with this one, because I have a feeling I'm going to be able to do some powerful creative writing with it as well. So let me know what you guys think. Are you a fan or not of this one? I'm sending you all oceans of love, and I will, of course, see you in the next video. Take care.